everyone, Erin here again today. About a month ago, I showed you this rotating carousel. I like to call it my Lazy Susan. And it's these little compartments that pull apart, as you can see here. And I filled it with all my different ropes and different fabrics and canvases and materials and lots of little goodies like that, you know, all these kinds of fun things. And part of the reason was I had it in a big giant bag and it was just a big giant mess. And then I got a second unit. Ta-da! Deflecto was amazing. And I picked up a second unit and I thought, well, if these stack, so take a look, they're little wedge shapes and these stack on each other, right? Well, if two can stack, why can't you stack more? So instead of putting just one carousel on top of the other, because then you can't get to the bottom rungs without taking the entire top off, why not make it just a higher unit? And so then I'm searching through all my things going, okay, well, now I've got a idea. So let's see if this works. So here's the first unit, and all you have to do is go too high. I know I really can't see this very well. So this is already a tall bin right here. And then now I can go extra high, and it still has the capacity. I can still see through all of them from this side, and now it's just what to put in there. So if you can see this mess over here, you'll understand where I'm going with this. So I'm going to double up the capacity of this. Now this is just sitting on, and I'll take a picture of the final product. I have it right next to my computer desk, and it's got all these iris containers where you can put the 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and the top is a flat surface. So that's where this rests, is on top of there. So this is going to be a quad high unit. And then what I'm going to do, just in case if I ever change my mind, is I'm just going to keep the Lazy Susan part, which is the rotating piece, and I'm just going to store it in a cabinet in case I ever do want to split these apart again. I don't want to throw this away, just in case. I went to CKC a couple years ago, and while I was there, one of the booths had all these really fun trims, and it was like buy 12 for $10. So it was kind of, they were $1 each, but if you bought more, you got some for free. And they were really cool. I mean, I love them. They're actually like plastic, so you can apparently do all kinds of stuff with them. I just love the idea of the trims, and so I picked up, I think, $20 worth. But I came home and I stuck them in a cabinet, and never really did a whole lot with them. So what I'm going to do, because I really love them and I just forget to use them on projects, is I'm going to put them a little more accessible right in my purview in these containers. So I'm just kind of organizing them. And look, I mean, they're really cute. And I have used some. It's not like I haven't used any. I just don't use anywhere near as much as I should. So I'm pulling all my, what I would call the metallic-y ones. So here's all the metallic ones. I'm just going to roll them up like this, and I'm going to put them in one of the biggest containers. All right, so here's all my sparkling netting ones in here, and I can pretty much, I think I can see every single color. So now I can go in here and go, oh, I want that one. And then I put the shorter ones in one of the smaller containers. And you know what? I don't mind if they're not completely full, because if I ever get any more, then I can add to it. I don't feel like I've already stuffed it and I have no place to go on it. All right, so there's 2 containers filled. And I also don't mind if I don't completely fill every single one of the containers on this unit, because then I have place to put new things. Because don't you hate it when you organize everything and everything has an exact spot, and then you buy something new and you have no place to put it and you're like, ah, that's just no fun. All right, so I also picked up all these really fun texture pieces, and these are really cool. So what I'm gonna do is they're already pretty much, I mean, they're already folded and got a little clip on them. So I'm just gonna fold them in half. And again, I'm going to try and organize them as best as I can in their respective types, I guess is the best way. So this is kind of like a more of a fabric-y one. And then I've got some meshy ones. So I'm just going to try and organize it as best as I can. Haha, I found an extra one. See? It's always nice to have a little bit of extra room because you're never really going to find another one. You're going to be like, I wish I had more room. So in it goes. My mother went to a wedding and she brought back some burlap pieces, and then I've picked up some extra funny little burlap pieces here and there. As you can tell, they're all little, like this one's wired, this one's in a bow with lace. These are some trims that were left over from some other place. I don't even know where half this stuff came from anymore. But as you can tell, it makes kind of a mess, and they're starting to kind of pull apart and fray. So I'm gonna organize them as best I can by just rolling them up. And the other thing is, some of these other textures I have here, they have glitter all over them, and so it got glitter on things that didn't have glitter. And sometimes you don't want glitter on a project, and I've done a really bad job of kind of sorting it and keeping it organized and keeping it looking nice. So I seem to want to tackle trying to organize my projects one little piece at a time. As you saw, I tackled my ribbons. Now I'm tackling this batch of stuff. And if you do things one at a time, it doesn't seem so daunting. You don't feel like you have to do your entire studio all in one foul swoop. I mean, this could take a few months to go through and just kind of revamp. And if you do it little by little, you're always going to find that you're going to need to do a little more than you think because you got something new and you got to revamp it and re-situate it. That's fine. You know, it's part of keeping yourself organized and finding out where it is, and you know, keeping it handy will allow you to do a better job of making your projects because you know what you have and it's easy to find. Oh, so look, I found two more. I had them on I was using this on a different project and I just found it. See what I mean about, it's just, you don't keep it in the right place and you forget you have it. And then it also prevents it from doing this mess, this fraying thing. Burlap is awesome, but it frays. I mean, I love the look of it. And the frayed on a project looks awesome, but when it starts stringing up when you're storing it, it just messy. So I can find another container to put this guy in. I think it'll fit in here. So now I'm more likely to use these because they're right there. That's the beauty of it. I've already started using more of my ribbons because I can see them. I mean, they're right above my computer desk and I look at them every day, and that's just, it's a lot more accessible. Now for this guy, I don't know. There's a rope tie ribbon in here. I'm gonna pull it apart. I've had this assembled and I haven't used it. And now I've got this really pretty lace on burlap and I'm just gonna roll it up. I can always put it back in a bow if I ever need to, but chances are I probably will rather use it as this piece right here. An open slot. Now here I was thinking I was gonna have a ton of little empty containers because I didn't have that much to put away. I have 2 empty containers. That's it, 2. Every other one out of this new set I have filled up. Now, I will say it was in a drawer with a ton of other things. Let me try and move this closer. I mean, look at the mess I've made on my workspace here because they kind of flake, and so I can't even imagine how horrible that drawer is right now. The rotating organizer, it's a really cool unit from Deflecto, and it just kind of helps keep you organized. 1, because everything's in a container and it's all organized for you, and 2, because you can see it, you will use it. So, thanks for stopping by. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you again soon.